Hello, welcome back to my channel and welcome to another weekly reading vlogs. Today is Monday, August 25th, and I am 58 pages into A Court of Wings and Ruin, which I started during the weekend, and I don't really have anything to say about it yet because just started, so I'm 8% into this. And actually today I got 8% into another book, which I still plan on reading more tonight. I don't know from which book, but I will definitely be reading more tonight. But yesterday I had gone to the city where I work and where I have my place to meet some friends, and then me and my bestie slept over at my place, and then I came back to my parents' house today in the afternoon. And while I was on the train, I started the Gate of the Feral Gods, which is book 4 in the Dungeon Crawler Carl series, and I also got 8% into this one, which was 3 chapters, I think. So, or 2 chapters, honestly I'm not entirely sure, just the beginning. And so we are in a new level of the dungeon, and we are being introduced to the layout of that level and how it's organized, and also the new achievements and stuff that our characters have received. And also they have also gotten a new quest. And yeah, I've only just started, but I'm already having a lot of fun with this book. So yeah, that is what I started today. But I did wake up with a headache, and I kept on having the headache throughout the whole day. And then after I got out of the train, my parents wanted to go to a store, and then we were at that store for ages, and my headache kept getting worse, and I was in a really bad mood. So when we actually got home, I took a 2-hour nap, which was great. And I mean, maybe I would have slept for longer, but my dad was like, do you want us to wake you up for dinner? And I was like, absolutely. So after those 2 hours was when he woke me up to have dinner. So I had dinner after my nap, and now I'm here, and now I am definitely feeling better. The nap definitely worked, and also dinner was fantastic. So yeah, I'm here now. I am feeling better, and like I said, I do plan on reading more of either of the books that I'm reading tonight. And yeah, so this week is my last week off from work, which is very sad, and I'm already feeling very sad about it, that I have to go back to work. A week from now I will have already have a day of work, which is, like I said, very sad. But let's try to make the most of this week. And with make the most of the week, I mean do absolutely nothing productive. That is what making the most of my last week off from work means for me. So yeah, I'm excited to do nothing productive and just read and maybe write. I haven't written in a while, so just have fun doing my 3,000 hobbies. And yeah, so like I said, I'm going to read now or in a bit, because it's still pretty early for me. It's only 10:37, so I still have loads of time this night tonight. The night is still very young, and yeah, I'm gonna read. I'm probably gonna watch something. I still have the last episode of Daredevil to watch, so maybe I'll watch that. Maybe I'll watch that tomorrow. Who knows? Honestly, I should be reading this one, because this is the book that I should be making the most progress on, because ideally I would finish it Thursday or Friday, but realistically, I don't think that's gonna happen, especially because I am off from work, but so is my mom, and she always wants to do things and go places. So I'm not sure I'm gonna be in the house as much as I would be if I was on my own off from work. So I don't know if I will have the time or the will really to read as much of this book that fast. So yeah, but I think that is all that I have to tell you for now in this intro. And so welcome to the vlog.
So it is 11:48 p.m. on Thursday, and I just finished A Court of Wings and Ruin. Like I told my friend, I was like speed running this book because I was on a time crunch. And I mean, luckily I had the audiobook so I could, speed run it even faster because without the audiobook I definitely would not have finished it yet because I was able to do other things while listening to the book as well, but I just finished it and actually I liked it more than I was expecting. And I had been told from like some girls in my lab that have read these books that this would be my favorite because it's more focused like on the action than on the romance, and they were absolutely correct. I did like this one definitely more than the others. It did have a lot more action. It was less romance heavy, and yeah, I definitely had a lot of fun. I was very invested in what was happening. I was stressed, honestly, because there was like a whole war happening in this book. And yeah, like I said, there was a lot of action, and I really liked all of the action scenes that we got. And yeah, I actually got emotional towards the end with like one specific character that was unexpected. Although I always did like that character and like that group of characters, so I guess not as unexpected, but since I wasn't loving these books before, I guess it wasn't expected for me to really get emotional. But I do really like some of the characters in the series. So yeah, the one that I got emotional over is definitely one of the characters that I do really like. So yeah, I had fun. I had a lot of fun actually. And yeah, like I said, I just finished it, like literally just finished it before I turned the camera on. So I still am gonna think a little bit about what I'm gonna rate it, but I think I'm gonna give it 4 stars, which is the highest rating I've given to these books in the series. So yeah, the first one I gave 3 stars, the second one I gave 3.5, and this one I gave 4 stars. So it keeps getting better. So yeah, pleasant surprise, and I am very happy with how it went. And like I was saying, I was speed running this book because I'm on a time crunch because I want to film the video for this book on Saturday, and I also want to like include this book in that video because like it's short, like it's too short for it to have a video just about it, but also it's like long enough to take me like a good chunk of time to read because it's over 200 pages. I think it's 229, so it will take me, like the font is pretty big, so yeah, it will probably take me like around 2 hours to read this. So it's still like a big chunk, especially because I don't really read like for that long in a day. Because even if I'm doing something that I love doing, I get bored if I do the same thing for a long period of time. So I don't really usually read that much like in one day. So this will probably be all that I read tomorrow. So yeah, so I definitely like, my goal really was to finish this today so then I could read this tomorrow. And I think that is gonna work out. And then on Saturday I will film and edit the video for these books. And yeah, honestly, I don't think I will love this one. From what I've heard about it, or wait, let me rephrase that. From what I remember, from what I've heard about it, I think this is just about like some ball party thing. So like I don't think this is gonna be the most exciting thing ever. Like it does say here in the back in the beginning, Ferris first winter solstice, whatever, whatever. So yeah, I think it will be, yeah, festive atmosphere. Yeah, I think it is gonna be like some sort of party, winter party, which like I don't think is gonna be, that exciting. I'm sure something will happen, something with action. Hopefully. I'm not sure, but I hope so. But yeah, I don't think this is gonna be like the most exciting book. So, I don't have the highest expectations, but yeah, I am hopefully gonna read it tomorrow. And yeah, I also got like I think 2 more chapters into the Gate of the Feral Gods because like obviously I was mostly focusing on this book, so I didn't really have that much time to read this one. So yeah, barely any progress was made, but I am enjoying what I am reading. And yeah, so tomorrow I am gonna be home most of the day, I think, because today actually, like, thankfully I only had 100 pages left of A Court of Wings and Ruin for today, because yesterday I managed to read a lot, because like I was, not only was I was home alone, so I didn't have, you know, anyone else to really talk to to like distract me. So I was able to read a lot, and I only left 100 pages for today, thankfully, because today I was out of the house for most of the day. I went to have lunch with my mom, like out in the city near us, and then I went to the dentist, and then we were just, you know, walking around the city. I went to a couple bookstores, and also I have some book mail, not here, I have it like at my place, and it's actually like with my neighbor, and I haven't obviously seen what's in the box of like what I got, but the only book I still had left to come was Catabases. So I'm assuming it's Catabases. Like I pre-ordered it, and I'm so excited to read that book. I think like out of all of my anticipated releases, that is my most anticipated release, because everything I've read from R.F. Kuang, I've absolutely loved. They're like 4, 4.5, or 5 stars. So yeah, I'm very excited to read that book. And like today when I went to the bookstore, to the 2 bookstores that I went to, I saw Catabases there, and I was like, oh my god, I can't wait to get my hands on that book, which I will either Sunday when I go back to my place, or at some point during the next week. But yeah, so today I did not have much time to read, but I did finish the book like I was saying. And tomorrow I am gonna be home most of the day, and I will not be alone tomorrow, but I will be home most of the day. And then at night I have a birthday dinner for like one of my friends. His birthday was actually on Monday, but he was not here. And yeah, we're gonna have the dinner. And actually yesterday was my mom's birthday, so a lot of birthdays happening. So yeah, hopefully I will have finished this before nighttime, because I'm sure we'll be out until, you know, like pretty late. So I will probably not be reading anything at night. So yeah, that's everything, I think. I don't think I have done anything else interesting since Monday. Yeah, I don't think so. Also, like I don't know how that's called. I don't even know how that's called in Portuguese, really. So definitely don't know how it's called in English. But after I took off my braces, like I have sort of like a wire, like behind my teeth, like my lower teeth, and apparently it was broken. The dentist told me, and they said that, you know, had to replace it, and I was like, sure. And it's literally like, it's this size. The wire is this size, and it was 180 euros, and I was like, what? That is absolutely insane. Just a piece of wire like this long. That is absolutely insanity. So, you know, that was something I did not anticipate, so that was super fun. I also got a notebook, but it's all the way over there. I don't really want to get up, but I'll show it to you. Either I'll like film a clip and insert it here, or if I remember to film it on possibly Saturday, which I think is when I'm gonna update the vlog, and I'll show you. I was like debating between 2 different notebooks, but one has like normal cover, like the texture of the cover is like a normal notebook, so like it's plasticky, not really plastic, but you know, it feels like plastified. And the other one was like fabric, and my mom is like, that is gonna get really dirty. And like I like the fabric one the most, but she's right, it was gonna get really dirty. And it was like really light fabric. It was like cream colored, I guess, and then it had like some designs in green. So yeah, she was right, and I you know, decided to go with the other one. It has like some shells on the cover. It's also really pretty, but I did like the other one more. But anyway, that is all I think that I had to tell you. I don't know if I'm still gonna try to start this tonight, either just like 1 or 2 chapters, just, you know, to get into it. Also, I'm seeing that chapter 4 starts on page 30, so, you know, maybe 29 pages would be a start for sure. So, you know, maybe I will still start it tonight. I honestly, like, I'm kind of tired, so I don't know if I have like the willpower to start another book, but we'll see. Hopefully, at least, like I said, I will finish it tomorrow, and I will film the video on Saturday, and I will also hopefully update this video on Saturday.
Hello. So it is Saturday and I just finished filming my video for like this book, and this book obviously was also there, but it was mainly for this book. And yeah, I did finish this one last night. I think I said that I wanted to finish it like before going for the like dinner that I had, but actually my friend decided to come over to get me like 1 hour before the hour he told me to be ready. So I had like 15 minutes left of the book, which I did finish like after I got back from the dinner at like 1 a.m. So, I still finished it yesterday. And I mean, technically it was today, but whatever. It's still yesterday for me. If I don't sleep, it doesn't count and it's a new day. And yeah, I didn't like it. I think I said it like I knew it wasn't gonna be like, very exciting, but I didn't expect it to be as boring as it was. Because I also think that I said that, surely something interesting would happen, but it didn't really. It was just, the characters like getting ready for this event and just them like talking to each other and arguing with each other and like buying gifts and buying outfits. And that was it. Like literally not a single interesting thing, like for me personally, happened, because nothing like relevant to the plot really happened. Maybe you could argue with one character we learned sort of something, but like it was so boring. Like, yes, it was short, but honestly, like, it didn't need to exist. So it's definitely not short enough. But yeah, I gave it 2 stars. I did not have fun with this one. And so yeah, I did, however, really have fun with this one, like even more than I expected. So, all in all, it is like positive, because like this one is, the long one. This one was like fast-ish to read. This one was like what I was focusing on for most of the week. So I'm glad that I did enjoy this one. I don't know if I mentioned it already in this video, but I am giving it 4 stars. So yeah, definitely my favorite from the series so far. And yeah, honestly, like I haven't really done much since I last talked to you, because it was only really like Friday, because I think I talked to you on Thursday night. So yeah, like yesterday, during the day I read most of this book, and then in the afternoon I actually went to like sort of a coffee shop with my mom and like two people that were like friends with, and that actually took most of my afternoon. And then after I got home, I was getting ready to finish this, but my friend was like, "Can you be ready in like 20 minutes?" And I was like, "Sure." So we left, and actually like we still went to his house a bit before going to the restaurant, and we were hanging out and also hanging out with his dog and his new cat. He has a new cat, like a black cat that is still kind of like, it's not a baby cat, but it's also not a big cat. It's like quite small, and it was so cute. And then like the dog and the cat were like sort of play fighting on my feet, which was so cute as well. And yeah, that was fun. And then we also had obviously the dinner, which was also fun and also really, really tasty, but it was so much food. I was absolutely dying. And yeah, then I got home, I finished the book, and yeah, today I just went to the beach to have lunch with my parents, and then we went grocery shopping, and now I'm here. And I did wake up with period cramps, so not the best start to the day, but now I am feeling better. Not good, but better. And yeah, I think I'm gonna get back to the Dungeon Crawler Carl book, because I was really liking it. I just had to, not had to, but thought I should focus on these two first. So I haven't made any progress in that book since the last time I talked to you. I'm only like, I think 14% in. So, I hopefully will make some progress in that throughout the weekend. I don't think I will start anything else. If I do start anything else, it will be Not Quite Dead Yet. I think that is what it's called, which is like a YA mystery thriller, I think. And yeah, that's all really. And tomorrow, sadly, I have to go back to my place, because on Monday I'm going to go back to work, which is again quite sad. And especially sad because like yesterday we got the schedules for the biobank and I'm gonna be at the biobank on Monday. You know, on my first day back, I am gonna be at the biobank, which is even more sad. So, you know, yeah. Oh, also I have the notebook here, the one that was really far the other day that I updated you, so I didn't show you. It wasn't the exact same place that it was now, but now I'm closer to it. And yeah, just has, like I said, you know, shells. So there's that. Did I need another notebook? No, but I always want notebooks, like new notebooks. Every time I see a cute notebook, I buy it. I eventually do use them all. They're not just, you know, accumulating in my house. Like I do use them all. I do write a lot like on paper because I do really like to like, write on paper. So like I do eventually use them, but like currently in this exact moment, do I need a new one? No. But, you know, it's kind of cute, so I got it. And yeah, that is, like I said, all that I had to say, I think. And yeah, I will hopefully read that. I will obviously edit my video and I will talk to you on Monday. Not anymore here in this house. I will talk to you at my place to wrap up the vlog. Okay, so it is Monday and I'm here to wrap up the vlog. And last night I got to 80% of the Gate of the Feral Gods, which honestly is more than I was expecting. I mean, this week I read more than I was expecting in general. And yeah, I don't know if I had talked at all about this book, like in this video, to be honest. I don't remember. But this is the fourth book in the Dungeon Crawler Carl series, which is like fantasy, sci-fi, and basically like the world has kind of ended and the people who have like survived the initial deaths, they can like enter a dungeon, and in that dungeon they have to go through several levels, and in each level they have to basically find the staircase that leads to the level below. And there are a lot of dangers that they have to go through, and this is very much like a video game. Like they have experience points, they have potions, they have upgrades, they have skills, and it's also like a reality TV show for like other aliens to watch. And we are following Carl and a cat called Donut, and now there's like another person in their little group. And yeah, we have seen them go through some levels of this dungeon, and basically it keeps getting like harder and harder, but also they keep getting more skills as they advance, and you know, more experience. And yeah, this is super fun. I have really enjoyed all of the books that I have read from the series, and I'm also really enjoying this one. And in this one we have like already had some very interesting reveals, and we've also had some really tense situations in which like our characters were in a lot of danger. And one of them specifically, like I was stressed, even though like they're the main characters, like literally the guy's name is in the title of the series, so like I assume he will, you know, survive. Even then, like I was very stressed because I really love Carl and I really love the cat and the third member of their group. In the beginning, like I didn't really care that much about, but now like they have grown on me. And yeah, I'm also having a lot of fun with this one. And yeah, that is what I have read since I last told to you. And as you can see, I am back in my place and, you know, back to work, sadly. But also I did get my book that I had like gotten in the mail, but my neighbor was keeping it. Like I have it now, and yeah, here it is. It's so beautiful. Like it's even prettier than I was expecting. Like the gold, gorgeous, and like even in the back, like it's so beautiful. And it has a cat, and yeah, it's gorgeous. I am so excited to read this book. Like there are so many books that I sort of like need to read before this one, but you know, I might skip some of them and go straight into this one because I am so excited for this book. Like I think I said, this is probably like my most anticipated release of the year, which also makes me nervous because like I have such high expectations, but also, oh my god, it matches my top because it's also black and gold. Perfect. I had not even noticed that until now. But yeah, it's gorgeous and I'm sure it's gonna be great. But yeah, that's what has happened since I saw to you. That is also what I have read. And this week, like I was saying, I read like way more than I was expecting. And so I read the majority of A Court of Wings and Ruin. I read A Court of Frost and Starlight, and I read 80% of The Gate of the Feral Gods. And that was 1,341 pages, which is a lot for me. Like, I haven't read that much in a long time. It's very rare that I read that much, if I like ever read that much, honestly. And I think in the beginning of this vlog I said that like I didn't know if I was going to be able to read much because I was still like on like off from work, so I was not like in my routine. And then like this next week, like the one that is starting now, would be where I would read more because I would be back in my routine. But I will definitely not be reading as much this week, like for sure. Like I said, I really did read way more than I expected. But yeah, I'm very happy because one of the books I did really like, the other we can forget that it happened, and the one that I'm currently reading I'm also really enjoying. So yeah, overall it was great. I am very happy with it, and that is everything for this weekly reading vlog. So thank you so much for watching. I really hope that you have enjoyed it, and if you did, give it a like and subscribe, and I will talk to you next time. Bye!